Alright, hello and welcome to this second video of the day, the Snap Circuits SC-750 Extreme, project number 558, solar sounds combo. Now this one involves the B2 solar cell, which is a bit more advanced this time. So let's get started with all level 1 parts. Now we will not be needing a battery at all for this one, just a B2 solar cell. And that is going to be going over at what appears to be B9. So here's what it looks like. You can see it has lots of solar cells on there. And this requires some sunlight, so I may need to do a second part of this video to demonstrate to you it working, because the light in here may not be strong enough. But we'll see at the end of this video. Alright, moving on, we have the huge long 7 over here, which is going to be located at G3, just like this. And now we're going to be having the U3 spacewar IC from last time, which is going to be going over at D2. And then we're going to be having the U2 alarm IC like this, which is going to be going over at B2, just like the B2 solar cell, just like that, okay? And next we're going to be having the T1 transistor unit, which looks exactly like this, alright? And that's going to be going over B5. And again, orientation is very important in this case, because over here you can see that we need to put parts in all 4 corners, all 4 pins of this transistor. So the orientation obviously needs to be like this. So that's going to be over at B5. Over here, B5 blue. Oh, I do think it should be like this. Okay, there we go. Next we're going to be having the SP speaker right over here. This is the red one again, the 8 ohm 0.5 watts, and this is going to be going over at B7, just like this. And now we're going to be having the R3 resistor, 5.1 k ohms, going over at C8, right in between here. And now we're going to be having, let's see, a 3, which is going to be heading over at B1, right like here. Okay. And then we're going to have 5, which I think is in here. Sure, yep, alright, there it is. And that's going to be going along the top at A1, just like so. Okay. And next we're going to have the S1 slide switch, just like this. It's going to go over at A6, right next to the 5 we just laid down. And now we're going to be having a 1, which is going to go over at A9, just like this. Okay. And then, let's see, is there anything else for level 1 parts? This is not actually a complicated circuit. Let's see, I think that might be it actually for all level 1 parts. So let's go ahead and move on to all level 2 parts, which is going to involve a 2, speaking of which, connecting between this 1 and the B2 solar cell. And then we're going to have another 2, which is going to connect between the S1 slide switch and the 5. And then we're going to have a parade of 2 more 2s over here. Get this ready. One of them is going to go between this pin of the T1 and the speaker, and the other is going to go between the other pin of the T1 and the speaker. Okay, so now we're going to be having probably the second most crucial part of this circuit, if I can get it out without messing everything up. Alright, just a minute to fix this. Okay, so this right here is a voltmeter. As you can see, this is the M2. It has 2 bands, low or high. So this will allow us to see what the voltage is, how much light's being shined. And it says on here, in order for this to work, the meter needs to read 9 or higher. So we'll need to keep a close eye on that once we finish. That's going to go between the R3 resistor and the 7 down here, just like so. And next we're going to have a RP photoresistor, very important as well. It looks like this. And orientation again is very important. The 2 arrows need to be pointing just like this, not like this. Okay, so it's going to be right over here on this pin, the U3 spacewar IC. Alright, and now we're going to be having, let's see, a 2 again, which is going to go between this pin of the U2 alarm IC and the U3 spacewar IC. It's basically bridging the 2 integrated circuits. Okay, and now another 2, really going off on the 2s today, aren't we? That's going to go between this 3 over here and the U3 spacewar IC. Okay, and now we're going to be having a 1, which we appear to have forgotten from the previous level of parts, which is going to go right here. Alright, and now we're going to be having Let's see, is there anything else? Yes, there appears to be another part, a 2. Just gonna be wait a second, something has gone off here. Yes, we appear to have forgotten a 1, and we put this 2 here wrongly because that's supposed to be a level 3. Oh my. So we're gonna have a 1 here, and then we're gonna have a 2 here, and then next level we're gonna have a 2 going across here. Alright, now we're gonna have 2 more 2s, which are gonna go between here on the U2 alarm IC. Get it down. And another one going on the other pin of the U2 alarm IC. Just like this. Okay. Alright, and now let's see if there's anything else on this project. Oh yes, we did forget a 3, which is going to be going on this pin right next to the RP photoresistor, the U3 spacewar IC. Okay, and speaking of 3s, this is our last one before we have to go to reserve. This is going to be a 3 that's going to go between the 7, the huge long 7, and the B2 battery cell. Just as it usually goes, just like that. Alright. And now I think that finally concludes the level 2 parts of this circuit. Now let's move on to level 3 parts, as you can see. So level 3 parts are going to include more 2s. Let me get this out, if I can get it out at all. We're getting down to the direct to it. There we go. It's going to go right, looks like we have a missing part from level 2. We still have an R4 10K ohm resistor like this that we need to install. And this is a bit different because the orientation needs to be like this, not like this. It's very important again, especially for these resistors. Otherwise, it might not work. In fact, when I was looking through this book earlier, in the first warning pages, they say, make sure you don't do it in this, make sure you put the correct orientation on every part, because otherwise it may fail. Alright, and now back to the circuit, we have another 2. We're really going to get down to 2 here. We may need to pull off a reserve if it gets severe enough. If I can get the last 2 out. Alright, and that's going to go between this 1 and that 2. This 1 and that 2. Okay, and now we're going to be, looks like we forgot a 2 back from level 2. Wow, we're really running down on 2s, aren't we? It's going to go right between here. Alright. And now we're going to need the last 2 of this whole set, the entire set, which is going to go right over here. So I do hope we don't need any more 2s because then I'm going to have to go from the reserve to the left. Alright, so next we're going to be having, let's see, is there anything else for this level 3 parts actually? It's strange that there's no 2 here, but we probably don't need that port of the alarm IC. Yes, it does look like we have completed the circuit. Let me do a quick check because we may have forgotten something. Let's see. Alright, well, we actually look quite good. Alright, so let's see what the instructions say. Okay. Set the meter M2 to the low or 10 milliamps scale, which I have right now. With the slide switch off, make sure you have enough light on the solar cell B2 for the meter to read 9 or higher. Unfortunately, we have a very small amount of light. That's only about 2, I'd say. So it looks like that, and that's not going to be sufficient for this thing to work. See, the circuit doesn't work at all. So in that case, what we're going to be doing is I'll be back for the second part of this video series on project number 558 of Snap Circuit's SC-750 Extreme Solar Sounds Combo, demonstrating to you this circuit in action outside with sufficient sunlight. Alright, see you in the next video. Alright, hello and welcome to part 2 of the Snap Circuit's SC-750 Extreme project number 558 Solar Sounds Combo. This is the demonstration part. So we're now outside. I'm going to turn it on. The meter is pegged at 10, as you can see. And we should hear lots of bomb noise. I mean, not bomb noise, but combo noise. Alright, get out of the shadow. There. To get it oriented. There we go. Now it's pegged at about 9:10. And you can hear the noise. So that proves that our circuit works. There we go. So there is our circuit. The meter is reading 9.5 or thereabouts, and that shows that that solar power can control the U2 alarm IC and the U3 spacewar IC. You can hear spacewar sounds on top of alarm sounds like that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go adventuring around on the driveway, and we're going to see how it changes when we walk into shadow. So we're going to go to shadow here to see the driveway down, and right now the meter says about 5. It's waving around. When we go back into sunlight, the meter goes back up again to 10. Okay. The sound is going strong. So we're going to go back into shade again. The speed's going to start to go down. Yep, there it goes. It goes way down. As you can see. Alright, we're going to go back out into the sun. It goes way back up again. Very good. So that basically concludes this project. I'm going to go back. We'll go back in the shade. And as you can see, this was project number 558, Solar Sounds Combo of Snap Circuit's SC-750 Extreme. And this was the demonstration part of it. Goodbye.